Howdy folks, welcome back to War Thunder with the mighty Jingles. Patch 1.27 is out, and there have been numerous changes to the game. Disappointingly, the documentation for patch 1.27 is a bit lacking. The only thing I've actually seen in writing, officially, about this patch is the ability to crash land, the ability to bail out the aircraft, some new post-processing visual effects, and 2 new maps, Fjords and Lonely Island. But there's a lot more has actually changed, and some of it is going to be obvious, some of it isn't. So aside from the 2 new maps, there was some new post-processing visual effects mentioned. Well, and it's not obvious how to get to this, because you go into game options, okay, main, interface and sound, okay, where are visual effects? For some bizarre reason, they've stuck that button down here. And here are the new post-processing effects. Vignette, literally what that only seems to do is control the amount of shadow that appears around the edge of the screen. So for example, if we turn it all the way up, you see the difference? So yeah, big deal. But now you can have full screen anti-aliasing. So normal quality, high quality. I've got a good graphics card, I'm going to leave it on high quality, see how it works. Sharpen TPS, I'm not noticing any change. Messing around with this, don't know what it does, haven't got a clue. Sharpen gunner view, well, bomber view, sharpening cockpit, whatever sharpen means. You can sharpen the gunner view, bomber view, and the cockpit view now. LUT texture, this is interesting. Default is, default is obviously as the game looks when you boot it up. You can go for none, which appears to be the default. High contrast, fall colours, film simple, grayscale, night from day, sepia. There's just a little. This is probably going to be of more use to people making videos, but you know these options are there. I'm not going to use any of them for the moment. I'm just going to go with default, which is none. And tone mapping mode, and well, default is no tone mapping. Reinhard tone mapping, whatever the hell that is. I'm not noticing massive amounts of difference. But then, of course, there is polynom tone mapping, and there's all sorts of different, what's going on? Don't know, whatever, reset to defaults, but I'll just turn full screen anti-aliasing on. So there's all sorts of things to mess around with there, none of which I really understand, but other than the different film grain type visual effects here and the LUT texture and full screen anti-aliasing, have a mess around. Find the settings you like, off you go. There have been many other changes, and they're not mentioned anywhere that I can find written down. But some of the changes are quite significant. Some of the aircraft have been moved around in the tech trees. Now, don't panic if you've already bought an aircraft and it's now been bumped up a couple of ranks. You can still fly it. And the main culprits that I've been able to find, I'm sure there are others, but the main culprits are in the American tech tree. These were the ones that were immediately obvious to me, and they were immediately obvious because I suddenly have a rank 11 King Cobra. And that was rank 9 yesterday. I know it was rank 9 because I bought 3 of them when I reached rank 9 in the US Air Force. And I'm only rank 10 in the US Air Force, so I shouldn't have a rank 11 King Cobra. This thing is a gift aircraft, so I can fly it regardless of what rank I am, but that shouldn't be sitting in my hangar. I'm not high enough rank in the US Air Force to buy it. Now, if, like me, you're in this situation, and you may be in the same situation with the P-47 Thunderbolt, because that's now rank 9, and that was rank 8 yesterday. And I might not have noticed this, because at rank 10, I'm already high enough rank to fly the Jug. But seeing that, P-63C5 at rank 11 is what tipped me off. And if you look at the American tech tree, you'll see right there. And there's even a bug over the name of the group, so it's obvious something's changed there. And the change is that one is now rank 11, whereas yesterday it was rank 9. All 3 of them were rank 9. And there are other changes like that, like the Thunderbolt is now rank 9. Yesterday it was rank 8. I'm sure there are others. I haven't been able to spot them yet. I've heard that some of the BF-109s have changed rank. Possibly the G2. It's rank 9 now. I don't know what rank it was yesterday. But have a look around, check the aircraft that you have, see if any of them have been bumped up a tier or 2. If they have, don't worry, you're still able to fly them. That's not all. I first noticed the next thing on my Beaufighters. Let's have a look at the research tree for the Beaufighters. And this is with regards to the unlocks that are available. There's the Beaufighter Mark 21, and this is the prime example. The Beaufighter Mark 21 comes with 4 machine guns, 4 cannons, and a turret, or a torpedo, or 8 rockets. And you can see them; they're there, they're available. I already have access to these weapons. I've already unlocked them. Well, I didn't unlock them. I unlocked them by buying the aircraft. That's the default weapon setup that it comes with. But look here, TSC pylons and RSC pylons. What are those? Well, I need 90,000 experience to unlock TSC pylons. I only have 87,000, so I have not unlocked this yet. What do I need TSC pylons for? Allows installation of 1 torpedo. What, you mean like that 18-inch torpedo up there that I already have unlocked? Yeah. Okay, what about the RSC pylons? Well, therefore, the installation of 8 unguided rocket RP3s. What, you mean like these ones up here that I already have? And that's because yesterday, you didn't require these pylons. These pylons weren't there as unlocks for the Beaufighter. Now they are. If you already have the Beaufighter, you don't need to worry. You can still mount the weapons that you were always able to mount. But anybody looking to get a Beaufighter, when you do unlock the thing, it's not going to be armed with anything other than machine gun, cannons and turret until you unlock these pylons. And that one is at 90,000 experience, and that one is at 230,000 experience. And just to check this, I went back over my other Beaufighters and I found that the Mark 10 is exactly the same. But I did, with 111, nearly 120,000 XP on the Mark 10 Beaufighter, I already had the XP I needed to just get these modifications ticked. But it was the same deal up here. These were already unlocked, even though I didn't have the pylons for it. I had the XP for the pylons, so I just went ahead and enabled them. And it was the same deal with the Mark 6C. Now the Mark 6C is interesting because the Mark 6C Beaufighter was the Coastal Command version of the Beaufighter, and it was built to carry torpedoes. But now when you unlock it, it can't carry torpedoes, which is kind of bizarre. And here you see, there you go. I am not able on the Mark 6 to mount a torpedo. It's just 4 cannons and a turret. It doesn't get the machine guns either. I need 48,000 XP on this aircraft to mount the torpedoes that I had with the thing by default when I bought it. And so that's kind of weird. And you're going to find that on a lot of aircraft. I mean, if you look at the Japanese bombers as well. Where are we? The Ki-49. There we go. These pylons have just suddenly appeared. They weren't there before. You need those for Type 98 Mod 25 bombs. What, you mean like those? That I already have. Okay. This one here for 2 bombs of up to 1,000 kilos. Okay, fair enough. But there you go. A 1,000 kilo bomb. It says for that I required these 14-inch pylons. But they're there. So have a look around your hangar. There have been all sorts of other changes going on under the hood. Planes have shift rank. New modifications are enabled on certain aircraft, primarily the aircraft that can carry bombs and rockets and torpedoes. Have a look. See what's changed in your own hangar. There have been a lot of changes going on under the hood, other than the obvious things like the 2 new maps, the post-processing effects, things like that. One of the things in particular that's catching a lot of people out is you now have the ability to bail out of the aircraft by holding down the J button, and that seems to be causing people a lot of problems indirectly, because normally, when you're on somebody's tail, you're shooting away at them, you know you've killed that aircraft because the name of the aircraft and the name of the pilot is in red above that aircraft. And once you've shot that aircraft down, the name disappears. That's not happening anymore. And a lot of people are getting tricked into wasting gunfire on an aircraft that has already been shot down because the name is not disappearing. And I think it's not disappearing because the pilot hasn't bailed out yet. And that's tying into holding down the J key to bail out of the aircraft. What are the benefits of bailing out of the aircraft? Well, you don't have to sit there watching the animation of the aircraft fly into the deck and then see the guy who shot you fly off anymore. But it's possible, and I can't confirm or deny this because I don't know, when you do get an aircraft shot down, the aircraft takes damage and is sitting in your hangar waiting to be repaired. But the crew can also be injured. And it's possible that bailing out before the aircraft hits the ground results in the crew not being injured and therefore adding to the repair time of the aircraft. But either way, it's causing people problems because I'm seeing it happen a lot. And it happened to me a couple of times as well, where I'm pouring cannon fire into this aircraft and I'm thinking, why is this guy not going down? And then he starts to go into a dive and I think, he thinks he's got away from me, does he? And then I look down at the combat log in the bottom right corner of the screen to see that such and such an aircraft shot down by Jingles. Hey, yeah, he's dead, he's gone. He just hasn't bailed out of the aircraft yet. Don't waste your time sitting on his tail. You might run into him, and you're certainly going to waste more ammunition. So you need to, that's just something else to be aware of when you're playing in patch 1.27, because that in particular is catching a lot of people out. And people are laughing about it in chat all the time, just watching people stay on the tail of dead aircraft, wasting time and ammunition, and putting themselves at risk of flying into the back of him, following him down. You don't need to do it. Keep an eye on your combat log. It will tell you when you have shot the aircraft down. And just hope there's not a lot of other action going on at the time so the message gets lost. But it's a bit of a... It seems to me that there's a better way of... there needs to be some sort of notification that you have actually achieved a kill of the aircraft that you're shooting at. Because at the moment, that notification had been the fact that the aircraft's name and the name of the pilot of the aircraft disappeared once you'd killed it. That's not happening anymore. It's no longer obvious when you've achieved a kill. Some of you may think that's good. It's more realistic. Some of you may not. Regardless of which side of the fence you sit on, it's a change that's happened in patch 1.27. So, I think that just about covers most of the obvious changes. And the big deal is the 2 new maps. So, I haven't been able to play on Lonely Island yet. It just hasn't appeared in the map rotation. But I've got a game on Fjords, which I'll show you. And then some more footage of some of the games that I've played, just to illustrate some of the other changes that we've talked about. So, here we go. So, well, here we go. There's the first one of the 2 new maps, Ground Strike on Fjords. So this is the first time I've seen it. For a lot of you guys, it's going to be the first time you've seen it as well. Let's see what it's like. No idea what sort of targets we got here. Fjords, lots of, water, so perhaps some destroyers, some cargo ships, patrol boats. Don't know. Haven't got a clue. You'll find out when I do. Taking the Brits up, the much maligned Mosquito, although I'll be saving the Mosquito till later. And I've just unlocked a new skin for the Mark 9 Spitfire. In fact, I think I just unlocked 2. Both flown by Johnny Johnson, Wing Commander, the officer commanding the 144th Fighter Wing. And we won't be taking the Mosquito up first, and I am not going to bother with bombs and rockets on the Spitfire. There it is, Mark 9 Spitfire, Normandy invasion colours, 144th Fighter Wing. Oh, this is a pretty map. Look at that. What sort of opposition do we have? We've got somebody in a Hawker Tempest over there. That's pretty damn high tier. Somebody in a Kingfisher down there. Oh my god. So, welcome to Norway. What's the opposition looking like? I don't see any jets yet. But that doesn't mean people don't have them in their lineups. And I don't see any ground targets. Not yet, anyway. Oh, there we go. some over there. Destroyers. Okay. Alright, let's get some altitude. And since this is a ground strike mission, let's get up there and kill those bombers. Well, you know, that's the theory. I bet he's seen me. Okay, I'll let him go down low and get nailed by somebody else. Wolf 190 is looking for a fresh kill, so I need to haul ass if I'm going to kill this. Whoa, that's not what I thought it was. HE112. Ah, I thought it was an HE111. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Too many bad guys on my tail. I'm not going to survive a dogfight with all of them. So let's lead him towards my wingman. Is he taking the bait? Nope. Look at that. That is really, really pretty. Okay. Go around. Use that speed to climb. And find something to kill. Too much sightseeing. Or killing. What is an HE112? I don't recognise it. Something I've already seen, something I've already played, and I'm just being crap and I can't remember. Don't know. I'm going to get one go at this. I'll make it good. Good enough. And use that speed to climb out of the way. Oh, there's a bow fort up there. That's the bomber, not... Where'd he go? There he is. Must admit, I saw that and I thought he was a bow fighter. I thought, well, I don't want to approach him from the front, but that's just the bow fort bomber. Okay. Let's not do that. Picked up some undesired attention there. Ain't gonna hang around. Head for friendly flak. Those destroyers will do. I've lost most of a wing. My engine's damaged. I'm probably gonna lose this. I ain't gonna make it back to the airstrip. What the hell is on me? Alright, let's try and force him to overshoot. I'm in a Spitfire and I'm getting outmaneuvered by a Corsair. Seriously? 4 guys on his tail couldn't kill him? What? Oh, you just love it when your team sucks. Of course, they're not the only ones sucking. Where's that bloody bomber? How come a Sparviero has not been shot down yet? Where the hell is he? That guy needs to die. It's the Mark 16 Spitfire with the clipped wings for superior low altitude performance. My arse. There's that bow fort again. Can't imagine tanks doing too well on this map. It's all very up and down. got him. And I actually know that guy. He PMs me a lot. Sorry, you're watching this video, and I know you're going to be watching this video at some point. Didn't realise it was you when I shot you down. Keep an eye open. You really need your head on a swivel when you're playing this game. Oh, there he is. He's spawned up again in a hurricane. I'm not doing this on purpose, dude, but you're the most obvious target. So I could go after that Betty. Mind you, that HE112 is a bit close. And they're all coming for me now. Screw it. That Betty's the closest, and his support isn't close enough. I should be able to get him. He's seen the trouble, he's trying to run. Just stay away from his tail gunner, and I should be able to get this. Yeah, got him. Just get the hell out of here. I will have attracted attention. Am I being shot at? I don't think so. It's flak. Oh, an H6K. I'll have him. He doesn't have any friends. No one close enough to help him. I'm getting hit by flak, so I need to... And his biggest gun is in his tail, so this could be, if I have enough cannon shells, a useful kill. Oh, great. Well, stay below him. Wait to reload. Cannons are back up. Let's have him. Oh, he broke up real good. Now, you notice this is something new in patch 1.27 as well. That guy's name is still up. That probably means he hasn't bailed out of the aircraft yet. It's still giving him the option. Although, it's going to be confusing for people, because you're used to seeing the name of the aircraft disappear once you've shot him down. It's not happening anymore. Now, the flak over the enemy air bases is usually very accurate. And I'd like... There we go, hit again. Even though I'm manoeuvring. And I'd like to go down and kill you, Wolfman, again, but... let's not do that. Is this Spitfire coming up? He is. Alright. Oh no, he isn't. Okay, let's dive on him. And get the hell out of the way. Pick your next target with care. Put him in. Oh, he's only in a pea shooter, poor guy. Oh, somebody's shooting at me. And judging by the amount of fire coming up, I'm not entirely sure what to do. Have a look. Let's go sightseeing. Yeah, this happens when I play on the EU server. I get spotted, and never mind the mission, let's all hunt Jingles. That's my life on the EU server, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not playing on the EU server, I'm playing on the any available server, and it usually puts me on the Russian server. But this is the risk you take, you know, when you end up on the EU server. Well, it's the risk you take when you're me, anyway. Sorry if that sounds big-headed, it just is what it is. Like this guy's trying to go around the mountains. I don't even know if there are any. Oh wait, that's our airbase. Yeah, it's Not too smart. Very heavy flak over by the airbase. Very heavy flak for an SU-2. Here comes you, Wolfman. Always go for the guys who are alone. Hit him. Not enough. And he's still shooting back. But he's going down. Yep, there you go. Keep an eye open. A B-17. Oh, I must have him. Reload my cannons. Let's go and get this sucker. Again, nobody's shooting at me. I am being chased, but nobody's fast enough to catch me. Cannons reloaded. That B-17's likely taking some flak damage. I must kill him. Not sure what damage I did to him, but look at the flak he's taking there. Oh, and he's turned the wrong way. I'm going to get another flank shot at him. Oh, he's turned around. Tail gunner now. Less than good. Okay, my cannons can't have many shots left after that streak. Oh, the destroyer nailed him. Okay, I'm going to go for a reload. Gain some altitude. Uh-oh. I have company. Who is that? Oh, there he is. Spitfire. We have a Gloucester Meteor. Yikes. Spitfire's giving chase. While I still have some speed. Actually, this is good. He's over flak. And I'm in no danger of overshooting. I hit him right at extreme range. He's definitely focused. See, this is what gets people killed. Tunnel vision. Damaged his wing, so he ain't going to outmaneuver me. Flaps, flaps, flaps. Hit him again, and he's safe because he's won, or rather, we've won. I think we've won anyway. It felt like we were winning. No, we lost. Still 7 kills. Yeah, I made some mistakes. I wasn't perfect, and I didn't even get any awards out of it. But yeah, that was all right. That was fun. I like that map. I mean, it's not like there are any choke points or anything on it, but there's lots of up and down terrain that you can use to mask yourself from enemy fighters. It was all right. It was fun to play, and I dare say there are some sort of tactics that are going to develop over time. But for most of the people playing, certainly for me, that was the first time I'd seen it. Oh, I've lost my Mark 9 again. 5 hours 25 minutes it takes me to repair this thing. and that's with maxed out 100 of 50 repair speed, 100 of 100 healing speed, and it still takes 5.5 hours to repair this thing. Or I can pay, yeah, I mean, it says average repair cost 2,800. It's usually, that's quite accurate, 2,788 it's costing me, so yeah. But as long as you keep making, you know, that kind of profit on a mission, I mean, where was it? There you go, 18,000, nearly 19,000. So, and if that's all I'm losing, I can afford to continue this. So I'll keep plugging away and see if I can get the other new map, Lonely Island, and we'll see how that one looks. Right, Ground Strike, Rice Terraces, patch 1.27, Night Battles. And you actually joined me right after I flew my F7 Corsair, captured, into the side of a rice paddy, and that was just really, really embarrassing. And I'd like to say it was because it was dark, but it wasn't. It was because I sucked. Sorts of bad guys behind me. And again, there's all sorts of bad guys in front of me as well. Oh, this crew could be better. The guys behind me aren't interested in chasing. The guy in front of me is though. Well, I killed him. Pilot is unconscious. But I think he killed me too, so I didn't get the option to bail out. Let's jump into the zero. So this is going to be a pretty sucky game. Well, it depends how well I can do in the zero. Go after the BF-109. He's got a Mustang on him. Perhaps I can finish the job. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, he's gone. He's definitely gone. I didn't actually finish him off. This can be quite confusing. I'm going to go for a reload. Don't have a lot of ammo for this 20mm. These 20 mils. It can be quite confusing because the name of the aircraft doesn't disappear when you've killed him. It only disappears when the pilot bails out. Unless you kill the pilot. And it can be very, very confusing. And I am not seriously considering climbing after a Yak 9T, am I? Yeah, I think I am. It'd be a good kill if I can get him. He's a very dangerous aircraft. Doesn't look like he spotted me, or cares. It looks like he's going after easy kills. See if I can catch him while he's climbing. No, I can't. This guy's even faster in the climb than I am. And the wartime power. I'm just bleeding speed off him. Right. Let's get this done with it. He's probably diving on me now. No, he isn't. A lot of speed in that approach. And we got him. No, not the SU-2. Let's go for a stab at it. And I'm quite confident I can outrun an HE-51B. Flaps, turn, never mind the G's, kill the who's that? Oh great, I picked up 2 aircraft. I don't seem to have taken any actual damage though. Yeah. The Zero's fast and it's manoeuvrable, but it still gets its arse kicked by Russian reserve aircraft, unfortunately. That's just the way the game works. Okay. Well, it's certainly been interesting to see a night mission, and it sure is pretty. Mist in the valleys there. Right, well, this isn't one of the new maps, obviously. It's Stalingrad Domination, but I'm going to at least attempt to show you some of the new UI elements. The way you really need to be careful when you're shooting at an enemy aircraft, because you may have already killed it. Oh god, I've been spotted. This could be a very short-lived game. See how many of the enemy team make it their mission in life to track and kill me down. Because, you know, that's just what happens whenever I get recognised. But I'll attempt to at least survive long enough to show you. If they have any bombers. PE3, HE-111H there. The sort of thing I'm talking about, when you've killed him, he doesn't obviously die, if you know what I mean. His name is still up until he abandons the aircraft. At least I think that's how it appears to be working. Which one I go for? HE-111H, bigger target, easier to hit, slower, although he's got plenty of bad guys on him. Well, let us dive. I am in a dive bomber. Reduce speed, my ass. Hit him. Okay, that was fairly obvious that I hit him. Yeah, when an aircraft splinters apart like that, it's pretty obvious you've achieved the kill. And yeah, I'm doomed. Oh, let's see if I can nail that PE3 before I die. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better angle. There you go. You see that? See, his name is still up, even though he's dead. Who's that on me? Corsair. Hitting him, and he's got a fighter on him. Oh, he had a fighter on him, and now he doesn't. And he has lots of machine guns. Come on, get this guy off me. Target in dead zone. Yeah, he got me. Right, my next target is... There he is. He's shit out of friends. I think he's chasing after the I-15. You know, this is just what happens when I get recognised. Oh, here he comes. He's going to try and get me twice. Well, he's hit my engine. But I will turn faster than he will. I'm going to get you, sucker. critically damaged. Oh, I must have got him. But I need to go and repair. Because I'm going to lose my engine. Let's have a look. Yep, 2 kills. So that's one of the thing. If you're not paying attention to the combat log, you don't necessarily know when you've shot somebody down. My flaps down? They are. Let's get them. Nope. They weren't down. Oh, a long way to go to get back. Get this engine fixed. Oh, those aren't my flaps, those are my radiators. Duh. I should make it. I'm not amazingly keen on the way all these guys are rushing our airbase though. Oh, but we do have some fighters up. Come on, bleed speed, bleed speed. That should slow me down. Bit of rudder action. And brake. Bit of recoil from the guns to slow me down. Ease off on the brakes to get the tail down. And come to a stop. And I seem to be relatively safe. Yep, I should get away with this. Very, very fast repairs on this thing. Crew skills for you. Right, let's get out of here. Get back into the fight. Cockpit view. I know people have been asking for cockpit views of these things. There it is. BF-109F, I think. Yeah, this is my rank 7. Gear up. Flaps up. Let's go and kill stuff. That's cost me a lot of time. But did you see how the guy's name was still up, even though I'd done more than enough damage to knock him out of the sky? Oh, another Corsair. There. Aircraft destroyed. Oh, well, that's a fairly positive indication. So pay attention to your combat messages. I think there's the message here. P40. Yak 7 is closing in. Actually, no, he was running away. I should have stayed on the P40. Alright, I'm committed now. Yak 7 it is. I'd rather not fly into him, of course. So let's get the jug. No, that ain't gonna happen. That was a little silly of me, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm doomed. Let's just shoot at what I can before I die, because I'm going to die very soon. I'll hold down J to bail out. And then jump into my BO-109F Tropical. Yeah, overshooting that initial aircraft was a silly thing to do, because it just put me right in front of his guns. Okay, there's a guy down here who could use a wingman. Spitfire's taking some killing. Critted him. Not enough to put him down, huh? And now he's got a friend. Oops. But, you know, 6 of them on me. What's a guy supposed to do? That was just careless. There's a Brewster Buffalo up there. Oh, poor guy. What's a Brewster Buffalo doing in a game like this? Then again, this guy could have had higher tier aircraft and he's just lost them all. But you know, the F-2A Buffalo isn't a bad aircraft. Ah, no, he hasn't seen me. He's going after a LA-5 he's repairing. That was a good little fight. And reloaded. Cannons are back up. Are my flaps still down? No, they're not. Oh, yes, they were. So, who to go for? Got to be the AR2. Although that Wirraway's coming in fast. I'm going to get them both at the same. Wirraway, then the AR2. Hit his fuel tank. Hit the Wirraway, but didn't cause much damage to it. This AR2 driver is not stupid. Oh! Drop my landing gear. Put my flaps to landing. Let's put this thing on the ground. Kill the throttle. Oh. How humiliating. Oh. Oh well, didn't see that coming. Do I really want bombs? No. I don't have much of a choice. Let's take some big ones. And capture some enemy air bases. No ground targets left to kill, but what the hell. Let's go and capture A. Who's still flying? Oh, God, more than enough of them to kill. We've totally lost this. We don't have any aircraft left. I've got two choices here. I can go for their airbase, but that doesn't look like being a great plan. Oh, we got an LA-5 up there. Well, if I can divert some of them away from that LA-5, that would be good. I just hope my gunners... I do have pretty good gunners on the Junkers 88. Oh, I don't like the look of that AR2. You got guns in the nose, I'm pretty sure. And he's trying... I'm going to bomb him. That's what I'm going to do. He's trying to land to repair. I'm going to bomb his ass. Oh, come on, gunners. Keep me up. Keep me up. Keep me up. Come on. Keep me up. Let me bomb this sucker. I got you, motherfucker. That is always the most satisfying way to get a kill. I'm going to attempt to land this thing, but God knows how. Well, you never know. There you go, one crash landing. Just for YouTube. And look, soft... Look at this XP piling up. I've got no wings, the gunners are still shooting. So there you go. That's one of the new features in patch... finally. One of the new features is the ability to crash land like that. So that was fun. I'm determined to capture that airbase though. But unfortunately it was just not to be. There were just too many enemy fighters still up and only 3 or 4 of us still flying. And I got shot down just about straight away after that. So on that bombshell, that's where I'm going to have to leave you because we're running out of time. This thing's nearly an hour long. And that's just some of the features available in patch 1.27. I'm just sorry I didn't get a chance to play on the Lonely Island map and show you what that looks like, but I'm sure I'll have a game on that coming up in the next day or two. As always, watch your 6, and I'll catch you next time. Take care on those battlefields, folks.